All right, boys and girls, so what we're going to do is we're going to make tints of red with the tempera paint. We have white and you have red, or we might have pink depending on the class. So what we need to do is we need to make a tint is a lightness or darkness of a color. So the tint of red is pink, okay? Now you see these cherry blossoms here? There's a dark pink, a medium pink, I like to call bubblegum pink, and then there's kind of like an ice pink, almost like an ice pink, like for like a baby girl's room or something. So what we want to do to achieve these cherry blossom flowers is we need to make 2 or 3 tints of red. For the first week, we'll do at least 2. And what you're going to do is you're going to have a plate of white paint and red paint. And if you're sharing with a partner, one partner will make a dark pink and the other person will make a medium pink, okay? So this is what we want to do today, at least. And you want to have a dark pink and a light pink, okay? And the tint, again, is a lightness or darkness of a color. So with your brush, you're going to hold the plate still. So you're going to literally take half the white with your brush. You can use your brush as your mixer, okay? And one person is going to make the dark pink and one person is going to make the light pink. So you should have about 2 equal parts of white. And I gave you more white because you need very little red to make the pink, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of red with your brush. One person can do one, the other person can do the other. If you're by yourself, you'll see. So you take some of the red and you're going to mix it into half the white. Okay, so here we have almost like that ice pink. You want to make sure it's thoroughly mixed, okay? And in order to figure out a darker pink and a lighter pink, you're going to make 2 pinks at the same time. So now you're going to take the other red, and it could be either a partner or you, and add it to this white. You want to make sure, a lot of students ask, how do I know what's right? All you need to know is that you need to have a darker pink and a lighter pink. So whatever your light pink is, and you might have 2 of the same tone light pinks like this here, and you want to use all of your paint, okay? So I'm actually going to take the red here. This one looks a little bit, doesn't really matter. You just add more red to another one. And you see this one is getting darker. So you want to make sure that when you mix your paint that you always add the darker color to the lighter color when you're making a tint. So this one's getting a little bit darker, but not dark enough. So I'm going to leave that light pink there and take a lot more of the red and add it and make it darker. So this will be the darker pink and that will be the lighter pink. You could decide which one, but now what you want to take is most of your red and make this your darker pink. It's okay if you think that your lighter pink is too light, because you want to actually have a good difference of dark and light. So whatever pink is you decide to be your darker pink, add all the red to it so that you have a definite difference between your dark pink and light pink. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. As long as you have 2 different tones, and I'm mixing it and I'm mixing it, I'm twirling around my brush. And it's actually good that you have a lot of paint on your brush. All right, we have about 2 tones. It's kind of like a bubblegum pink, and then we have the ice pink there. So now what you want to do is on your painting, now you're going to only, let's move this down. You always want to make sure that your paint is near your painting. Hold your painting still. Now you're going to have a lot of paint on your brush. So what you want to do, you actually want that only on the little baby branches is where we're going to be putting your paint. You can start anywhere, but you're literally going to be putting globs of paint on the baby branches. And you don't want to cover them up completely, okay? You kind of just want to, like, if you do, it's fine. Remember, you can't mess this up. You're not putting them on the medium-sized branches or the long branches. You're putting them on the baby branches. If you have a darker pink than me, that's fine. This happens to be a little bit of a lighter pink, which is fine. Cherry blossoms come in all shades and tones of pink. So once you have, you can see a little pink goes a long way. And you want to make sure you have a lot of paint on your brush. And you want to try not to cover the baby branches, but if you do, it's fine. And you want to make sure you're only doing it, again, on the baby branches. You see, it doesn't really take too much time. So you want to do I'm not going to do everything because it'll take the whole class for you to watch this. I'm only going to do kind of like one section here. Maybe I'll just do the top section. But you want to do all of your baby branches. And you want to make sure that you do the darker pink first. And you don't want to totally cover it up because we're trying to make it look like the cherry blossom is just blooming. I'll just finish up these branches right here. Okay, you want to try to get 2 tones in today. Now, for you don't even need to wash your brush. To get the lighter pink, you can just roll it off onto your palette, your paper plate here. And now you want to kind of get that really super light pink. Make sure it's nice and light. You can even add the white into it. And now what you're going to do is you're going to go on top of that darker pink with the lighter pink. And you don't want to cover it up. That's basically, let me try to make this a little bit closer here. Now you see there's a slight difference of the light and the dark. Yours might be a darker pink. As long as you have a little bit of a difference, you want to try to make sure you have a lot of paint on your brush. And you just want to have, once it dries, you're going to really see a difference. And you can see that it's 2-tone. Your first one might be darker. And that's fine. These all come out great. So again, you want to have a lot of paint on your brush. You want to use all the paint. You want to have 2 different tones. And it's okay, like here, the example I have here from another demonstration is I have kind of like a darker pink and a bubblegum pink. And here I'm kind of working with lighter, which is fine. Because the last step, which I'm going to actually show you today, even though we might not get a chance to do it, is, all right, so you can see kind of the 2 tones pink. Now, to get that last bit of red in your brush, you're going to take your paint. If you have time today, you're going to do it. If not, you'll do it next time. You're going to dry your brush with the paper towel, or you can use the background paper. I will come around and give you a little bit more red. And with the smallest amount of paint on your brush, okay? We're going to be doing the pistils of the flower, which are the little inside pieces of the cherry blossom, and you're going to do the slightest bit of red on top. And that will give you the 3 tints of red. So you're going to do a dark pink, a medium pink, and then the slightest, you see I'm doing the slightest little bit of red on top. We're trying to work in layers here. And most likely we might not get to this part in the first class. So you really want very little red, and you can do little baby dots pretty much on your flowers. Now again, you see how each layer I am not covering up what I did before. I'm kind of working on the layer before. And if you need more red, it's okay if one's a little bit too big. You'll see what it looks like overall. And again, each flower that you do, you want to repeat. And again, this is the third step. And the last step is I will stamp your cherry blossom. So here's kind of like the completed part of this cherry blossoms here. It looks gorgeous with the 3 tones. We have the dark pink, the light pink, and then we have the red. And when you're done, just make sure that you lay your brush down flat, okay?